Well, hello, and welcome back to N Scale Workshop, where we talk about ready-built buildings, Lindy's story, basically. You know, whether we showcase a ready-built building like the Route 66 or the power plant. Today, we're going to be doing another type of ready-built, and Lindy will introduce it to you in a little bit. But this is what the channel is going to be about. We're still waiting on the feedback, aren't we, honey, from these guys about what they want to see on the videos. We want to know if you guys want to see more ready-builts. Do you want to see more product tools that we offer, like the vacuum cleaner, the track tester, and the tunnel buster? Or do you want to see more kits? Do you want to see assembly buildings like the blacksmith how-to type thing? You know. So what do you guys want? This is your channel. Give us that feedback. We're still waiting, and we got a lot of feedback on the video quality. Everybody loved the introduction. They thought that was really cool. I guess with the AI, that helped a lot. You know,
that helped a lot.
But anyway, so I'm going to have Lindy here talk about our next ready built. But that's what we're waiting on, guys. So Lindy, why don't you talk about the next ready built that you asked me to do, and go ahead and talk to the customers about it.
Great. I would love to talk about this next ready built. Very exciting to know. It's a ready built freight depot. I asked Bill, could you come up with a good freight depot for our shop? And this is his very favorite one. And so I'll let Bill here explain to you more about it because it's just so exciting addition to our shop.
Well, she says every one I build is my favorite one, but I'm not going to go down that road, guys. Okay. But anyway, it is called I looked it up online. It was a North and West Freight Depot. It's a real building that existed back in the 1900s or 1800s. I'm not sure. It's black and white only. It's torn down by now, maybe. I'm not sure.
Really cool.
It has some character to it. So basically, we came up. I have a 4-foot switching yard that I use for my prototypes. And I built that 4-foot switching yard on top of my dresser. I don't have a lot of room in my house, but it works really great. And I made it into a T-track style. So it has lights and everything. One day I'll show it to you if you ask for it. Let's put it that way. But anyway, I use that as to put my models on to see how they would be in a real N-scale working relationship to the trains. Would it work? Would it bypass and cars and things like that? And how does it look on the layout? And so it gives me a better idea of what to put on the layout and to build the next item. So it's pretty well getting full. So I'm going to be needing some ideas pretty soon. So I built it. I'm going to show you how I printed it and how I went and did some research for it. And I'm going to give you the actual building at the end of the video that you can buy. Now, we want to talk about the next step of we want to get this product in the customer's hands because we're a wife and husband team.
Yes.
That's it. We got 6 printers, but I can only assemble so many buildings per week. So we're talking about in our Etsy store of doing orders where they can pre-order it and then wait for 2 weeks. I'm giving it a 2-week span because that's what I need. I still have chores to do and stuff like that. And that way they can order it, pay for it, have it in their hands, but it won't necessarily be the same paint job, and it won't necessarily be, but it will be a very well detailed building with lights. Maybe if it needs windows, we'll put windows in it with the acetate, but it'll be really well done. And if you like the quality of what you've been seeing so far in the power plant and the Route 66, it will be in that same standard. But you would pay for it through a store. I don't know if it would be a custom. We're talking about how we're going to set that up and stuff.
Why is that 2-week wait, honey?
Because I only have so much time.
Because he builds them by hand.
I build them by hand, paint them. Yeah, exactly.
It's just amazing the way the process works. So our 3D printers print them.
We have 6 of them. Yeah, you saw before.
And we set them up.
Yeah.
And Bill showcased those for you guys. And then Bill does the magic to it afterwards.
I don't know if it's magic, but it works.
Artistic talent that he has, that it's really great.
Whatever. Anyway, so thank you for that little plug. Anyway, so we're going to talk about now into the next part of the video, how we went through the process of it, how we put it in Inventor, made it, printed it, and then you're going to see the actual model, like I said before, on this table and another part of the video toward the end, and you'll be able to buy that same video. So let us know in the comments again, what do you want to see? Because we want to make this your channel, make the product that you want to buy, that you want to see in your layout, whether it be a very detailed layout or a very simple layout. So thank you. Well, after discussing with Lindy what I wanted to make on the layout, she suggested we go with a freight depot and go with brick. So here I am looking at the different images, seeing what's available on the internet, seeing what's already been made in N scale, just kind of getting a general idea of what's out there. And then I finally found a building I thought was pretty cool. And I started looking the text up, NNW Freight Depot. And then I had to refine it a little bit, add some more lettering to it to get just the one I want. And I really settled on this one because I really like the character of it. Now, I don't know whether it was made or not by anybody else. Didn't matter. I liked it. I thought it had character, had detail. It did exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to have an awning over the railroad tracks so they can unload it. And I wanted a freight building. So here it is, an inventor. And now these green flashes you're seeing are where I separate the parts to get ready to print. Now here it is on the printer bed. And I'm checking for lines. I'm checking for widths. I'm checking for spaces. I'm making sure everything is resized right, and I'm making sure that the thing will actually print. And so I can do that in a preview after I slice it. And that just comes from experience with working with the printers for over years. So here I am checking for supports, checking for windows to make sure that the supports are in there and everything is going to line up. And now you're going to be seeing the building on the workbench. And then this is where I go ahead and take the building, lay it on the table, clean up all the parts, and then start testing out windows, doors, to make sure I oversized or undersized them just right. Because with any kind of PLA, if you do 100% to 100%, it's not going to fit. You're going to have shrinkage, you're going to have overlap, you're going to have, growth. That's just the way it is. That's just the nature of the beast. So especially when it comes to windows, you want to make sure they all fit. And you want to make sure they look good. And now here's the building that you will actually be buying. I'm going to do an overhead shot of this first in the first video, just to kind of show you the detail. Now, the roof you're seeing is from our downloads. These are our downloaded roofs. You can find them on her Etsy store. I think they just look fantastic. They have a lot of realism to them. The shingles are about the right size. And I printed out the lettering for it. You're going to see here pretty soon as I lift up the dock, how I weather it. I give you all everything so you know exactly what you're buying when you buy that. That'll be the actual building you're going to buy. Now I lay it back down. This is the parking lot underneath it. I really am happy with that. We've been doing really well with those parking lots. There also is a download on her store. Now, again, you look at those shingles. You can't beat those shingles. They look real. You can't make them that way. Look at the shingles on the awning. And then I even used the brick from our downloads on the steps, and it just looks phenomenal, personally to me anyway. So this is what you'll be getting. You'll be getting a 9-volt battery lead out to it. It'll have a resistor for 470 ohms in it. And now I'm showing you the detail of the building panning across. Just look at that roof. That roof is phenomenal. And I weathered it all for you. Now, those motorcycles and cars and trucks, they are in the Etsy store also. I printed those out. Those are all from our store. The lights showing you the beautiful detail of it. And I did have to raise it up to get the effect because you can't see it from the ground up. It's such a small building. But that awning comes over just perfect. It misses the train exactly at the right height. It worked perfect for my layout. But this looks pretty good. And this is what you're going to be getting in the store. Just check out that lettering, check out the paint. Everyone's going to be different because I decided to do things differently. But this is the original building, and you can compare it to yourself. Now, you can't keep all the detail, but this video will give you some idea of what was around the building at the time when it was around and when it existed. Well, I'm glad that we got a chance to show you that. It is available in Lindy's store. We're going to put it in as a listing. And we do hope that you will respond to those custom orders that we're going to be looking into. We'll let you know maybe in the next video if we got initiated, or you can come visit the store and see if it's available at that time. But we thank you for coming here. We look forward to what you're going to say about us in the comments. We really want this channel to grow. It is growing. And we're going to try and make a commitment to you to make these videos once a week if we can. That's our commitment. And I'm happy to have Lindy here this time. And it's really neat to have her there. Yep. So she's going to go ahead and tell you the rest, her store, her social media, sign off, and then I'll sign off.
Okay. Thanks, Bill. Don't forget to like, subscribe, to the channel so we can get more views, and find us on InScale Workshop on Etsy. And we appreciate your time. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you next time.
And just, she might have forgotten, but the links will be in the description. She has X, and I think she has Facebook and Instagram too.
Yes.
So thank you. Look forward to you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.
All aboard!